ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथां वितं तं सजीवम् सावधूतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च ये कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्रीराधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। So today I am going to share with all of you prayers of Dhruva Maharaj, which is also known as Sri Dhruvasya Sri Prishni Garbhastav, is given in Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 9th chapter, from verse number 6 to 17. So before we start with verse 16 and before I start sharing with all of you this, I want to seek blessings of whole Guru Parampara, especially Srila Prabhupada, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, and all our previous acharyas, six Goswamis of Vrindavan, and in this section is the Guru of Dhruva Maharaj is Sri Narad Muni, so I seek blessings from him also. I seek blessings from Sri Dhruva Maharaj, current acharyas, my aspiring Guru Maharaj, and all my Shiksha Gurus and all the Vaishnavas, so that I'll be able to share something tangible for all of you for my purification, and which will help all of you also. So please bless me and pray for me that I should be able to do some tangible devotional service, and I should able to understand these teachings and prayer of Dhruva Maharaj and apply in my own life, and if possible share with others also. Hare Krishna. I seek blessing of Paramatma also, whom Sri Dhruva Maharaj worship and which is situated in my heart. So I will ask blessings of Paramatma. He reveals me to proper knowledge and prayers of actual meaning of prayers of Dhruva Maharaj, so that I can share tangible substance as it is without my own speculation and deviation from parampara. So see, initial just will briefly just see story. Initially, when Dhruva Maharaj trying to sit on lap of his father, that time Suruchi chastised him, and she told that you worship Lord and take again rebirth from my womb, then only you will able to sit on your lap of your father. Just he was innocent boy, he was just looking for love of his father. Not he was not having desire to sit on the throne, but she thought he is sitting now on lap. Future he will sit on throne of the father, and but that time Dhruva was expecting love and support from his father, but his father neglected him, ignored him, and because he don't wanted to displeased Suruchi. So that's why the Dhruva Maharaj felt very bad that even his father didn't supported him. Then he went to his mother, and his mother made him understood that your mother Suruchi gave you the right knowledge and guidance that you go to forest and worship Lord. So Lord can fulfill your any desire. Lord can give you what Lord can give you kingdom greater than even great grandfather also. So what, which is desire of Dhruva Maharaj? Dhruva Maharaj wanted the kingdom greater than his great grandfather also. So then he, his mother was telling, but his mother's intention, Suniti's intention was not that Dhruva Maharaj will go to forest and do such austerities and all. But Dhruva Maharaj decided and he didn't tell anyone and he went to forest. He went to forest, and there, when he has to strong desire to worship Supreme Lord and attain Supreme Lord, that time it is said that Lord gives Guru, Lord arranges for spiritual master. So Lord sent Narad Muni to Dhruva Maharaj. So Narad Muni first tested him, and then story all of you know, tested him, and then he guided him and he told how to worship Lord and all things he told. He gave him mantra also. Narad Muni gave mantra to him. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narad Muni gave mantra, and then after this, Dhruva Maharaj started meditating on Paramatma as told by Narad Muni, as it is exactly he was following Narad Muni and chanting the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So that time he was meditating, he was doing very severe austerities. So severe austerities he was doing. So that time we can see that he was meditating on the Paramatma within heart, which is Shirodaksha Vishnu. So in Bhagavatam, first verse 4.9.1, it is mentioned that, so there appears Sahastra Shirsha, which is Garbhodaksha Vishnu. But Shirodaksha Vishnu is not different from Garbhodaksha Vishnu, it is considered over there. And this Lord only, before going in front of, on the request of demigod, before going in front of Dhruva Maharaj, he created the Dhruva planet, Dhruva Loka. So that's why he is known as Prishni Garbha, Sri Prishni Garbha. That's why this is known as Dhruvaya Prishni Garbha Stav. So this Lord then appeared in front of Dhruva Maharaj. But before that, Dhruva Maharaj was meditating on Lord in his heart, and his devotional service got mature enough, then he could see brilliant, effulgent form of the Lord within his heart, Paramatma, Shirodaksha Vishnu. He was able to see that, and he was meditating upon Lord. So see, once devotional service, if it goes reach to maturity, that time one develops the love of God. In Brahma Samhita, it is mentioned that one can see this beautiful form of Sham Sundar face to face, Lord face to face, and we can meditate on the Lord. So when his devotional service is completed or attains maturity, that time one can see directly Lord in front of him. Whatever during his complete devotional service, whatever form of Lord he meditated upon, he sees same form in his heart also, in temple also, Vaikuntha also, and Vrindavan Dham also. And it is not imagination of devotee. It is not imagination of devotee. He actually is able to see the Lord. That form is not different from which is present in heart, temple, Vaikuntha, and Vrindavan Dham. So that's why it is not imagination. Once when he attains the maturity of devotional service, he is able to see Lord everywhere in his heart and everywhere outside also. Same form on which he meditated throughout his complete span of his devotional service. So that same Lord he is able to see. It is told in second verse of this prayer. Then the third verse it is told that Dhruva Maharaj was meditating and he was fully absorbed. He would stop breathing to focus on Lord, and he was fully absorbed on the form of the Lord. He was able to see in his heart. Shirodaksha Vishnu, beautiful form of the Lord. See here, that is that this is beautiful form of Shirodaksha Vishnu. He was able to see in his heart, and suddenly this form got disappeared from the Dhruva's heart, and he got agitated. He thought he was completely perturbed, and he thought that he lost his Lord. So that time he got agitated. But when so his meditation got disturbed, and due to that he immediately opened his eyes, and then he saw the same Lord which he was seeing within his heart standing in front of him. And after seeing the Lord, he developed transcendental ecstasy, as if with his eyes he was drinking the entire body of the Lord, entire form of the Lord, beautiful transcendental form of the Lord. With his mouth, he was trying to kiss lotus feet of the Lord again and again. He was kissing. Once it is said that once devotee developed so much love, intense love for the Lord, he desires to kissed lotus feet of Lord again and again. And then he was, with his arms, he was embracing, constantly embracing the lotus feet of the Lord. He was touching the lotus feet of Lord, tips of the lotus feet of the Lord again and again. And then he offered his obeisances to the Lord, flat obeisances. He just all like a stick on the lotus feet of Lord. Complete dandavat he offered to the Lord. Then complete dandavat he offered to the Lord and to the lotus feet of the Lord. Then he got up and then he was standing in front of the Lord with folded hands, and he wanted to offer the prayer to the Lord. He desired to offer prayer to the Lord, but he was such a small boy and he was not having any experience, any knowledge, so he could not adjust himself immediately. In suitable language, he wanted to offer prayer to Lord. But it is from this we can understand when Lord is present in as a Paramatma in his heart also, Lord could understand the situation of Dhruva. So he immediately touched the consul to Dhruva's head and he gave him causeless mercy. So if we desire to serve Lord or glorify Lord, even though we may not be capable of doing it, even we may not have capacity to do it, Lord gives necessary intelligence. But only condition applied is that devotee should be constantly engaged in devotional service of the Lord sincerely. Satatam kirtayantama. It is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita and also it is mentioned in 10th chapter also that Lord gives necessary intelligence, reveals from within what to do next. He orders from within. So, and devotees only interested in hearing and chanting the transcendental qualities of the Lord. And then that condition, when devotee speaks some things or writes something, it is not different from the Lord's word. It is dictation from Lord Himself. It is about when you speak something about Lord, Supreme Lord, it is dictation of the Lord directly. That's why Prabhupada used to say that my books are not written by me, it's written by Krishna Himself. So that's why it is mentioned over here. This is the reference for that. So when once constantly touched by the Lord to the Dhruva's forehead, that time Dhruva Maharaj got transcendentally inspired and his senses got completely enlivened. He transcendentally inspired means he attained Brahmamaya stage, means he perfectly understood all conclusions of the Vedic literatures, all Vedic literatures, vast Vedic literatures. And Brahmamaya means that sound vibration. Whatever now Dhruva Maharaj prayed, that sound vibration is not ordinary sound vibration. It is directly the sound of Vedas. It is transcendental sound vibration. As Prabhupada tells here that Hare Krishna Mahamantra is also ordered or arranged in an alphabetical order. But it is not just a mere alphabetical order or ordinary sound. It is transcendental sound vibration of purely transcendental sound vibration. So it should not consider it to be ordinary sound vibration. So it is purely transcendental sound vibration. And if we consider it to be ordinary, it is considered to be as an offense. So next sloka, in fifth sloka, so what is meant by understanding Vedic conclusions is that one understand the relationship of one understand absolute truth and its relationship with living entities and its different energies, and that is the complete knowledge. So that is the complete knowledge of the Vedas. Dhruva Maharaj never went to any school. Neither he studied under any material teacher, but he got all knowledge. He got revealed within him. He understood conclusions of all the Vedas. The ordinary person cannot understand just by academic learning and himself doing mug up many other spiritual books and just going to materialistic schools of scriptures. He cannot understand. Scriptures are revealed by the Lord, and it is revealed only when there are two conditions. One should have unflinching faith in the Supreme Lord and unflinching faith in the spiritual master. Then only these conclusions of Vedas are revealed to us. And Dhruva Maharaj, he understood that and he completely got engaged in devotional service and with determination. He has strong determination. That's why he is known for determination. Then he performed so many austerities and he followed exact guidance given by the spiritual master, orders of the spiritual master as it is. Then by doing all those things, as a result, he got greatest success. That is the direct darshan of Lord, face to face. He attained, could see the Lord in front of him. So Vedic conclusion is that one who understood the Vedic conclusion, he should understand that there is a difference between soul and super soul. Soul is forever servant of super soul, and his duty is to offer service to the super soul, and that is called as bhakti yoga or bhakti bhav, and that also he should do offer service with love and devotion. So super soul is eternal master, and his duty he accepts the service and he gives his causeless mercy. So Dhruva offer his prayer with bhakti bhav to the Supreme Lord. And many impersonalists and non-devotees, yogis, gyanis, they also offer prayer, but they don't have bhakti bhav. That is the difference between prayers of the devotees and the prayers offered by the impersonalist yogis and gyanis. So Dhruva Maharaj had a desire to obtain the kingdom greater than that of his great grandfather. So, but he was not very impatient. He patiently executed the order of spiritual master and did devotional service as instructed by him and performed so many severe austerities. So, in as a result, he could see Lord face to face, and then he attained a Dhruva also, kingdom greater than his great grandfather. So, unless until one is endowed with the causeless mercy of Lord, he is not able to, he will not be able to glorify and offer fitting exact prayer to the Lord. So, here Dhruva, we can see that Dhruva Maharaj received causeless mercy of the Lord. That's why he could offer such a wonderful prayer, which we are going to see now. See here. So Dhruva Maharaj, just as soon as Lord touched console to his head, he immediately could understood. He some spiritual inspiration he got, and his senses got enlivened. He got awakened, and he could immediately could understood the difference between his previous state and current state. He could see that his senses and all limbs of bodies were mind completely sleeping previously, but as soon as Lord touch its transcendental counsel to the forehead of the Dhruva Maharaj, its senses got awakened, fully awakened spiritual on spiritual platform. It is said that unless and until one is on spiritual platform, spiritually enlivened, although he may be awake and doing so many materialistic activities, but he is considered to be sleeping. Its senses are considered to be sleeping. So one who is understood the conclusions of the Vedas due to causeless mercy of the Lord, so he can only understand, he can only offer prayers to the Lord, and he can understand that conclusion that Supreme God, it is the Supreme Person, not impersonal Brahman. The Supreme Person, personality of Godhead, and the mundane people cannot offer prayers or glorify Lord because he has no realization of the Vedic conclusions, spiritual Vedic conclusions. So spiritual enlightenment of the senses, Dhruva Maharaj, because of the spiritual energy of the Lord, when Lord touch him, internal potency of Lord, he spiritually inspire him. So that's why while chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, first of all we address the spiritual energy, internal potency of the Lord Hare, and then we go for the Lord. So living entity, when living entity accepts the Lord's orders from the spiritual master and completely surrender to spiritual master and Lord, and accept himself as eternal servitor of the Lord and order of the Supreme Lord, then it is he is known as Sevan Mukh. Then spiritual energy gradually reveals Lord to that person, such a person, and then only he is able to offer prayer and able to glorify Lord actually. So one who fully engaged with all his senses in service of the Lord, that is known as bhakti. So in beginning, bhakti, that sadhaka does bhakti with orders and rules of spiritual master under and shastras under his guidance mechanically. But after eventually he get realizations and his senses are purified, then he engages with spiritual understanding and it relish it like anything. He gets greatest joy in that. So that is mentioned in sixth verse. Now seventh verse, see here, Supreme Lord is the supreme person, and he's Shaktiman, and he is having so varieties of Shaktis, energies. So energies of the Lord is not different from the Lord. So Lord and his energies are identical, like sun and sunlight are identical in the sense, and they are inseparable. So Lord and Lord's energies are inseparable. So Lord has two energies. Like both are originated from spiritual energy only. So to manage and create this material world, to manage this, and he enter in this material world as a super soul, and act as all pervading. So through his external energy. So here Prabhupada tells that Lord enters in this world as all pervading super soul through his energies. Lord personally present. So impersonation says that he is all pervading. That means he is light. He cannot be person, but he is person. He is personally present over there, and he is through energies. He can do anything. So in material world, this spiritual energy acts temporarily. So that energy is known as the Maya Shakti or external energy of the Lord. So for non-devotees, this energy is inspire people to engage in material activities for sense gratification. And it, and we see devotees, same external energy act as spiritual energy and inspire devotees to engage in bhakti. It is possible because source of that material energy is also spiritual energy. So it can transfer, that material energy can also be get transferred into spiritual energy by the mercy of Lord and by the will of the Lord. So we can see that no machine works without energy. Electrical energy or many varieties of energy is required to functioning of any machine. So similarly, this body is dead body, dead lump of matter. So it is functioning because of the spiritual energy of this Paramatma soul present in our body. That's why it is working. Here, so we can see here now next verse. Lord Lord is there, Lord. Devotees always remember Him. They are always grateful to the Lord, and they recognize the causeless mercy of the Lord, understand it, and they are very much grateful to the Lord. And they continuously increasing their due to and continuously remembering Lord, and fully they are engaged fully in this devotional service of the Lord. Their devotional service is progressive, ever increasing with love and affection, and that it goes on increasing. So they get intelligence and inspiration from the Lord and His energies from within. They advance further in devotional service and they perform further devotional service. By that devotional service, they gradually, by the mercy of Lord, they can understand the Lord and see. Then they know because they know entire universe. Lord is present as Virat. This universe is nothing but Virat form of the Virat Purusha form of the Lord. So once they understand Lord, they understand whole universe. And one who doesn't do devotional service, doesn't understand Lord, is considered to be sleeping soul. So we can see that in next verse, Dhruva Maharaj was repenting. Dhruva Maharaj was repenting here because he was doing devotional service with the desire to get kingdom greater than his great grandfather. So, but devotional service has to be done without any material motive. That is pure devotional service. It is free from all ulterior motives and any desire for material profit. So, due to gross lack of knowledge, one worship Lord for material profit or his sense gratification. But Dhruva Maharaj is also having that desire. So that's why he is lamenting in this verse, ninth verse. So Lord is capable of giving all benediction. So general people, so can see general people don't know what to ask from Lord. They ask for sense gratification, which is available even for hawks and dogs in hellish planets also, and which is very insignificant. So because they are devoid of all real knowledge, they are considered to devoid of all real knowledge. So sometimes some devotees also ask for sense gratification or material things. So those devotees are considered to be devoid of all real knowledge. Though and real devotees who have real knowledge, they never ask for material benediction, benefits for sense gratification. They ask only for devotional service, pure devotional service of the Lord. So in 10th verse, transcendental, Dhruva Maharaj explains that transcendental bliss derived from the devotional service, Navida Bhakti, especially in Navida Bhakti also, especially from reading and hearing and chanting. It is far more than Brahmananda. Brahmananda means impersonalists want to merge in the Brahman, effulgence and impersonal form of the Lord. So they get so much joy in that. There is also greatest joy. But even much more, far more joy is present in serving Lord and engaging in now with the bhakti of the Lord than Brahmananda also. Here Dhruva Maharaj explains that. And in some people worship demigods to go to heavenly planets. And they want to enjoy their highest pleasures. But they also again once their pious credit is exhausted, they have to come back here. So that is also temporary. So devotional service is having so much joy. It is very joyful, and it has greatest bliss is there in that highest bliss possible in whole creation is present in devotional service of the Lord. You just see, because Brahmananda just they merge into the impersonal Brahman, there is no activity, but soul's nature is to serve Lord, Jiva Swarupa Krishna Nitya Das. So that's why they are not happy and they are not satisfied and they come back here again. So yogis also just meditate upon Lord, but they don't engage in the service of the Lord. So rather than devotees are devotees meditate on Lord also, and they fully engage in the active service of the Lord. So that's why they get greatest joy. Lord gives liberation means, but many impersonalists think that liberation is only that one is merged into the impersonal Brahman of the Lord, or one merges into impersonal Brahman. But it is not that is also one of the form of the liberation, but actual liberation is one is fully completely purified and has only desire to completely perform pure devotional service to the Lord, and is fully engaged in the service of the Lord and completely remembering, fully 24 by 7 remembering the Lord. That is actual liberation which devotees get, and that is the greatest joy devotee gets. So see, then now in the 11th verse, Dhruva Maharaj is asking for benediction. So in benediction, he foremost benediction he asks for is association of pure devotees. So he said association of pure devotees like acharyas. We can see various acharyas, there are pure devotees. Then he asked for these pure devotees are constantly engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. They are fully engaged 24 by 7 a day. And there it is, example is given over here is river, incessant waves arising in the flowing river. So their devotion flows to the Lord. Continuously they are engaged in the service of the Lord, remembrance of the Lord, chanting about the Lord, hearing of the Lord, now with the bhakti. So Dhruva Maharaj is asking for association of such devotees. And without association of devotees, one is simply that devotional service is simply material activities. One will not be able to focus on the Lord. So, and he can't practice Krishna consciousness without the association of devotees. That's why Prabhupada started this International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Prabhupada says that one who thinks that without association of devotees I am able to perform Krishna consciousness, he is insane, or he is just in hallucination. It just is a hallucination. And devotional service can't be complete and mature without the association of pure devotees. One cannot realize devotional service without the association of pure devotees. That's why Prabhupada established ISKCON. And it is told in Srimad Bhagawatam, 3rd canto, 25th chapter, 25th verse. The word of Krishna in association of pure devotees are fully potent and releasable. Otherwise, they are not fully potent. And one cannot release that. So, association of devotees, due to association of devotees, devotional service of a sadhaka increases, and in turn he again attains Golok Vrindavan, and in what in Golok Vrindavan also what he does, he performs devotional service there itself. There also he performs devotional service only. But what is the difference? So when he is performing devotional service here, it is considered to be unripe mango, and he is considering devotional, he is performing devotional service under the guidance of spiritual master and scriptures, under rules and regulation. But when he goes to Goloka and perform devotional service over there, it is ripe mango. It is he performed devotional service in the direct association of the Lord, and there he is fully relishing it to the topmost rasas. He is relishing there. So that is the difference between daily devotional service performed here and Goloka. But goal is to perform devotional service, whether in this material world or in the spiritual world or in the Golok Vrindavan. So that is the goal. And another thing he asked benediction, he mentions here that Lord is, he wanted to, another benediction Lord Dhruva Maharaj asked from Lord is, he wanted to cross ocean of material existence. This ocean of nations you want to cross, it is full of davagni, fire, and there is danger at every step. Padam padam yet vipadam. So, but Dhruva Maharaj then again he says to Lord that Lord, I am fully confident that I will be able to very easily cross over this ocean, because I have developed strong attachment and I am developed madness to hear about transcendental qualities and pastime of you, Lord. So one person who has madness for hearing transcendental qualities and pastime Lord from Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charita Amrit, then he did not to worry about crossing this material world and ocean of nations. He easily able to cross over this nations material world, ocean of material nations. So that's why Dhruva Maharaj is fully confident of crossing over this material world, because he has developed madness and that attachment for hearing the transcendental qualities and pastime of the Lord. So that is what the thing he mentioned over in this sloka. So in next sloka, we can see that in 12th sloka, Dhruva Maharaj tells about special advantage of the devotional service. He says that devotees fully enjoy hearing and chanting the transcendental pastimes of the Lord, and along with that, they are completely free from bodily attachment and all attachment from wife, wealth, women, children, name, fame, glories, everything, property, all those things. He is fully free from all those attachment. So one who thinks, but it's a yogi thinks that, and unlike yogis are so much attached to their bodies and all those things, name, fame, and all those things. So yogis think that just by performing bodily gymnastic exercises they can advance in spiritual consciousness, but it is just waste of time. See, devotee is just the body, his body, he is not bodily interested. He is he just desire association of pure devotees, and he performing devotional service completely in the association of pure devotees than any yogi, and he is enjoying the fragrance of the pure devotees. He performs devotional service in the association of devotees who are enjoying the fragrance of the lotus feet of the Lord. So that's why he desires to perform devotional service in the pure association of pure devotees. Like here we can see Narad Muni, Srila Prabhupada, such pure devotees. So he desires the association of pure devotees. So in next 13th verse, he says that transcendental form of the Lord and nature can be understood only by devotional service. There is no other process by which one can understand the transcendental form and nature and activities of the Lord. And it is also understood just only by the mercy of Lord and his pure devotees. Bhakta, it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 18.55, Bhakta Mam Abhijanati. Material forms, see, we are seeing so many, we are able to see so many material forms, 84 lakhs of species, 84 lakhs of varieties of the species. Best nature of soul is to serve Lord, your Sarupa Krishna Nityadas. But unless and until he understand Lord and nature of the Lord and properties of the Lord, he keep on serving others, various material forms like remains, demigods, trees, animals, but he is never fully satisfied because he is ignorant of real knowledge, and he did not receive blessings of Lord or pure devotees aid. That's why he is engaged in serving many varieties of the different forms of material nature among the 84 lakh species of the various living entities, but he is never satisfied by that. In 14th verse here, he says that by the grace of the Lord, when knowledge knowledge is revealed to the devotee and he understands the different manifestation of the Lord and their positions, he understands the various avatars of the Lord, different incarnations and expansions of the Lord and their positions, who is the topmost form and who comes from whom. All these things are revealed to the devotee just by the grace of the Lord and the spiritual master. So others, even after so much speculation and scriptural studying, cannot understand these activities and spirit of the spiritual Lord and spiritual world without the grace of the devotee and the Supreme Lord. They keep on speculating and they become more and more confused. So in 15th verse, again, Dhruva Maharaj is glorifying Lord. He's mentioning here that his Lord is eternally liberated. He's not bound like a living entity. Living entities are bound by three modes of nature because he's master of three modes of nature. Lord is master of three modes of nature, and beyond three modes of nature, he's situated in pure mode of goodness. Goodness is beyond all three modes. He's super soul within heart. So all living entities are changing, but Lord is not changing at all. He's unchangeable, constant. And he's enjoyer of result of all sacrifices. He's maintainer of the whole universe. He is completely aloof from material creation. He created this universe. He is present in creation, but he is completely aloof from it. He is not affected by its material creation. He is supreme witness of intellectual activities and all our activities of the living entities through his transcendental unbreakable glance, and is different from ordinary living entities. Here it is mentioned that it's completely different from ordinary living entities. He possesses six opulences in full. So many people, many living entities thinks that they are God, but they are not God. They are gods. They are not. They are godly by nature, but they are not God. We should understand that God is completely different from living entity. Is far more superior in that living entity. In the 16th verse, here Dhruva Maharaj explains that and prays that it is unlimited. He offers his obeisances to the unlimited impersonal Brahman, which is the effulgence of the transcendental body of Govinda. It is mentioned in Brahma Samhita, and we can see this Brahman aura of the Lord. It is so effulgent, which contains unlimited, innumerable universes with innumerable planets within them of different categories. So, which is immediate cause for the creation, this material creation, material manifestation. That's why Dhruva Maharaj offers his obeisances to the impersonal Brahman also. But ultimate cause or original cause of all causes is the Supreme Person. He is the Supreme Personality. He is not impersonal Brahman. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So example is given over here. So see, some person like if you are train is coming from there, so initially night, so initially one is able to see the light of the train. So one, and those person in village, so those people never seen the train. They consider the train is to be light. Train just the light. So that is very lower understanding of the knowledge. That is like a impersonal picture of the Lord. Then trains come little closer, more closer. Then they see bogies and engine. Do they see train is simply engine and bogies? Then that is like little higher understanding. So the yogis and gyanis, they understand Paramatma. That is little higher understanding of the Lord. And when trains come near and they stop on the station, they see people are sitting there inside the train. They are doing different activities. They get down. So that is highest understanding about the train. Train carries the people, varieties of people from one destination to another. So then, like when one understands the Supreme Personality of God, it is the Supreme Person. He is not impersonal. So that is the highest understanding of the Lord. It is mentioned by Dhruva Maharaj over here. So see, this impersonal Brahman feature is meant for those persons who are very advanced but still could not understand the personal picture of the Lord. Variegatedness of the spiritual world. It is meant for them. So they are Gyan Mishra Bhaktas, devotees whose devotional service is mixed with empiric knowledge. So they have partial understanding of the spiritual truth. They are also devotees, but they have partial understanding of the spiritual truth. That they are known as Gyan Mishra Bhaktas, and it is due to avidya. It is due to avidya. They consider impersonal absolute truth to be absolute truth, and it is ultimate. But they don't have actual knowledge. They don't have ultimate highest devotion. But gradually they advance. Then they become jnani. And then Gyani gradually understand Paramatma, and then they advance, then they become Gyan Mishra Bhaktas, and they advance further to become devotee of the Lord, and they understand that Supreme Personality of God, it is a Supreme Person, and then they advance further more to understand the different activities of the Lord, different forms of the Lord, and pastimes of the Lord. So highest thing is that one is able to understand the pastimes of the Lord and who is able to participate in the pastime of the Lord, different leelas of the Lord. So it is mentioned in the 16th verse. And then last verse of the prayer of the Dhruva Maharaj, you can see here. We see it is mentioned that we cannot understand the Supreme Lord. In 60:30, it is mentioned that we cannot understand Supreme Lord. Certain, uh, so our endeavors can take to certain level only, but ultimate goal will be attained only by the mercy of Vaishnavas and the mercy of Krishna. That's why yogis and gyanis, they endeavor themselves so they can, at the max, they can understand impersonal Brahman or super soul, but they cannot go beyond it. Beyond that, they cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his pastimes and his activity, because that is understood only by the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and Vaishnavas. So, in last verse, here it is, Dhruva Maharaj is seeking protection from the Lord and thanking Lord here. Why Dhruva Maharaj is seeking protection from the Lord? Because he did devotional service with the material motive to gain material profit. So he understood his mistake. Now he is lamenting over here, regretting for his mistake, and he is asking Lord that, Lord, please protect me and bless me that I should not get deviated from the pure devotional service of the Lord due to my material desires. Please purify my material desire. Already now it is purified by the darshan of the Lord and touch of the transcendental touch of the Lord. But still Dhruva Maharaj is asking that in material I should not get deviated from the material desires in future. And he is thanking Lord. Although he was doing devotional service with material property, the person who is doing devotional service with material motives, he can never see Lord face to face, but Lord mercifully appear in front of him and give darshan to the Supreme Lord, face to face darshan to the Lord. That's why Dhruva Maharaj is so much grateful to the Lord and is thanking him again and again. And he's saying that Supreme Lord is personification of all benedictions. So if one person one perform pure devotional service unmotivatedly, uninterruptedly, without any ulterior motive, lovingly, with great devotion and worship the lotus feet of the Lord, with no other desire than serving Lord and pleasing Lord. He is better than king who is lording over whole kingdom or whole planet. So this is the benefit of the devotional service to the Lord or worship of this lotus feet of the Lord. He again says, Dhruva Maharaj says here that Lord is very merciful and kind. He gives causeless mercy and he showers causeless mercy on the ignorant devotees like me. So devotional service with motive can never, if one perform devotional service with motive, can never see Lord face to face. But the Lord is so merciful that not only He fulfills the desire of the ignorant devotee for material profit, but also give all protection to such a devotee. Example is given over here is that just like cow gives milk and nourishes his newborn calf, not only nourishes but also give protection from attacks by other living beings. Similarly, Lord gives intelligence to devotee so that devotee can advance further and attain Lord without any difficulty. And he gives protection also to such a devotee. But such a devotee must be very sincere in his devotional service. Condition is applied over here to whom Lord gives protection and proper intelligence, one we devotee for that devotee must be very sincere in his devotional service. So conclusion, so and discount and concession is also given by Lord. Lord is so merciful and kind to such a devotee. Even if devotee has many faults and wrong things, he has many wrong things in his heart. Still, Krishna guides such a devotees from within and elevate him to the highest position of devotional service. So that's what the causeless mercy of the Lord. That's why Dhruva Maharaj is thanking Lord again and again over here. So due to such a causeless mercy of the Lord and such a grateful, he is such a grateful to the Lord. So here Dhruva Maharaj says that Lord is Purushartha Murti, ultimate goal of life. Because four Purusharthas are Dharma, Artha, Kam, Moksha. Just they are meant for material benefits and sense gratification. One worship Lord for sense gratification and material benefits. But he although he achieve gets his sense gratification, all material benefits from Lord, but he can never get satisfied. His senses are not fully satisfied. Then it leads to frustration and he desire liberation and freedom from material existence of life. But ultimate goal is to understand the Supreme Personality of God. That is Pancham Purushartha. It is told by the seer, the causeless mercy of Lord Vishnu is unparalleled, and such mercy is pursued by the devotees only by the grace of the Lord. So only by the grace of the Lord one can understand Lord, one can pray to the Lord. Even for prayers we need mercy of the Lord. Even to perform devotional service we need mercy of the Lord. Even to get spiritual master one need to get mercy of these Lord. So how much we should be grateful to the Lord. So here Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told that Pancham Purushartha. So ultimate goal is to understand the Supreme Personality of God and to develop love for the Lord. That is Pancham Purushartha. That's why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us that to ask any material, not to ask any material benediction. See, not to ask any material benediction from the Lord. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told us, and he told us that one should simply pray to the Lord to be constantly engaged in transcendental loving service of the Lord. Hence, Dhruva Maharaj seeks protection from the Lord here. And when Dhruva Maharaj prayed in this way, Lord also purified Dhruva Maharaj's heart and grant all benedictions. But he offered Dhruva planet. He offered Dhruva planet also, Dhruva Loka to Dhruva Maharaj, which is eternal planet, which will not be destroyed even after dissolution of this material creation, material universe. So in this way, Lord fulfills the desires of his devotee also and purifies his heart also. So if even if somebody has any material desire, it is better to approach Lord, direct Supreme Personality of Godhead for that material benedictions. Ideally, one should not go for that, but it is better to, that is not pure devotional service. But even if somebody has some material desire, should go to Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord will not only will purify the heart of devotee, but he will give that, he will satisfy and sanction that and material desire of that devotee also. Because he, once he assure, when he ensures that that devotee will not misuse and he will not forget Lord after achieving that material facilities, then Lord will give that material facilities also. So these are the wonderful prayers of the Lord. So with my limited intelligence, what I could understood from the purport of Srila Prabhupada and shlokas, translation of the Prabhupada by the mercy of all acharyas and all the Vaishnavas and current acharyas and all my spiritual Shiksha Gurus. So I could understood this much and I share with all of you. So please, I know that this is very limited knowledge and very less, but I pray at lotus feet of all the Vaishnavas and all of you and all Guru Parampara that please bless me, that I should be able to follow at least something from this and understood and apply in my life and attain pure love, pure transcendental devotional service without any ulterior motivated, unmotivated, ulterior motive, without any ulterior motive, continuous devotional service to the Lord Hari, Sri Krishna and his devotees, and I should become sold out servant of the devotees. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for patiently tolerating me for such a long time. Hare Krishna.